detail and stuff. So, yeah. Welcome back to Skellige. Skellige. So, yeah, you guys are here on the second floor. I should be standing up right now. Actually, no, give me like 3 minutes to move my shit around.
Ah, damn it. You're playing yourself like a fiddle.
Excuse me? Oh, God. The sunlight is hitting my screen in a horrific manner. It is so dirty.
Just close your window. Lol.
Grab a microfiber cloth.
Yeah, I'll need to do that. I have a flannel currently, it's just not cutting it. Oh well. It's covered in fingerprints.
No.
Oh,
You
gotta take care of your monitor.
To be fair, I use it for like drawing and stuff as well, though, so I think it's just from that. But still,
It adds flavor.
Garth?
What?
None of that now. Don't be spewing the heresy. Yeah.
I don't know where to go with this joke.
you go. Disappointed. There we go. It's mildly better.
I return.
Welcome back.
Hello.
I grabbed a monster. So, yay. So, you guys have roughly what you guys want to talk about lined up? Or are you guys just gonna wing it?
Probably.
Resounding.
Yeah, I mean, I have the list from last time, but
I think it was just, all I remember is it was going to start with Cork, like, basically giving the overlook of what we did today.
Okay.
So basically everything you just did for however long that took.
Were you guys just gonna tell that to, like, who are you guys telling this to? Also, O is muted and deafened, so I'm assuming he's not gonna be doing this.
The boy.
So yeah, were you guys gonna tell this to your fellow table mates, or who are you trying to? Because it's,
Yeah.
I asked this because you guys are, at least right now, are dancing on a line, so to speak, of talking about illegal things when you have an obvious member of the City Watch, like, sitting at your table.
yeah, maybe.
I can save you guys a bit of trouble, like, here and now, of that Katya doesn't mind. And there's a reason for that, and which we'll get to later. But
Guys.
but the thing is, like, I'm wondering, like, would you, without knowing that reason, would you guys just all this out about, like, yeah, we broke into a place earlier. Oh shit, cop, 9-0, fuck, run. You know, it's like, I'm not sure if you guys' characters would just, knowing there's a watch member at the table, would just all that, you know. I'm sure you tell Ratesy, certainly, but. Like, would you tell Ratesy while the watch girl is here?
Yeah, maybe tone down the details, maybe, but
That's up to you guys. There's no right or wrong answer for this.
Yeah, I feel like she
There's
probably-
no right answer for this, but there's a lot of wrong ways to do it.
yeah, I feel like she'd probably say, but it would like tone down the stuff that makes her look bad. If that kind of makes any sense.
So now you can pay someone else to open a box for you? amongst other things.
Yeah. We'll just say the box is like out there. Nobody wanted it. I just took it. No. No.
How about this? Roll me your deception.
Oh god.
So,
It's not a matter of you're lying, but you are definitely omitting the truth.
Yeah.
which in and of itself
So
could
that
be
is
considered
its
a lie.
own. That requires its own deception, making sure the story makes sense.
Yeah.
You gotta do a criminal campaign? Apparently.
Apparently.
That is,
I mean,
that is a
hey,
potential
here's the
avenue.
thing.
Yeah.
You also don't have to say anything. If you
That
want
is
to tell
true.
Raincy, we could just
All I'm
tell him
saying
later.
is I'm down for a criminal campaign.
11.
Yeah. I mean,
none of you guys are roguishly affiliated, with the exception of Korak. And to you, Korak, you've heard your times where you had to, when you heard other people, how to say, skim the reports. This is not an effect, one of the best skimmings you've ever heard. It's okay. It's okay. But there are some plot holes in it, so to speak. And, you know, as you guys are retelling this, you can see that Katya like raises her eyebrow, like she's basically attending to exhausted Emil, which is to say, Emil's fucking collapsed on the fucking table, and she's just like petting his head, like rubbing his back, like just trying to like keep him awake. But yeah, there are multiple times as you're regaling this tale that she's just like, 2 + 1 = 4. Something doesn't add up, Chief. Like she's like questioning it. You could tell.
But she doesn't say anything?
But she doesn't say anything.
yeah. I mean, she is awkward as all hell anyway, so I don't think she'd be too great at explaining herself. So I suppose that kind of
I
fits.
feel like you just have a very blunt form of delivery,
Yeah, probably.
so it doesn't help the situation. So you finish retelling the rough account of today's happenings with some things changed, as like where you guys got the coin and stuff like that. And yeah, so you finish up. And you're sort of like trying to nonchalantly be like, yep, that's the tale. And then you're trying to keep tabs on Katya as the only City Watch member at the table, just trying to gauge your reaction, while not seeming like you're trying to gauge your reaction. You know, like trying to look casual about it. Not working out so well, unfortunately,
subtle.
with this role. And she just like looks you dead in the eyes, Fia. And she just like closes her eyes, takes a deep breath. It's okay, you guys could just say what happened. I'm not trying to get you guys to self-incriminate. I'm not on duty. So she just gives you like a conspiratorial small smile.
Do I believe it?
Roll insight. You believe her.
Okay. I'll look over to Fia and give her a slight nod.
It's like
Go ahead.
the nod.
Okay, if it's not going to land me in the slammer, I suppose.
My days of trying to get people to self-incriminate are well over. You can ask him. And she like throws her eyes at Emil. He just does like
Passes out on a table.
like he's like leaned on his arms like on the table, and he like slips one of his arms out from under him and does a thumbs up, and then puts it right back. See?
Okay, I've sort of got to be curious about another thing altogether, but that's fine.
Abigail chimes in. If I remember correctly, isn't that how you met? Katya just doesn't say anything at that. Maybe.
That's certainly interesting.
Power does have its own allure. Can't argue with that.
So do you give like the actual account now?
Oh, yeah, might as well.
The fill in the blanks that you left unfilled.
Yeah.
Some details get changed around. Again, there's like not really a natural way you could say we were looking for a coin and then found the coin that we're looking for. Naturally, it sounds pretty suspicious in and of itself. To you, the Minotaur formerly known as Raitsi, if he's able to listen in right now, he's listening. It sounds a bit weird that you just heard one account, and then that basically like a good like 10th of that account just got like cleaned and wiped away, and then it got replaced by another account. You're like, wait, I thought you just said, wait, Oh, it clicks with you eventually, but it's like you see, it seems like unnecessarily redundant to you. But yeah, you give the full account of today's events up until now. Watch woman present. She doesn't seem particularly perturbed by any of it, except for, and this is when she has to ask him, like she whispers something to Emil. She doesn't seem any particularly perturbed, except for when you guys bring up the Accord. And then she gets a look of confusion, whispers something to Emil, he whispers something back, and then she looks a bit more, well, more than slightly concerned at that. But yeah, you guys eventually just finish saying stuff. It's at this point your guys' food ding, gets dumbwaitered up.
Rose will go collect it for everyone.
Abigail helps you. It's a lot of stuff for like,
what,
like 10
like a
people.
dozen? What are they? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11.
Between the
people?
two of us.
Yeah, it's a lot of food.
Yeah.
It's a lot of food.
Then I shall help as well.
I'm just like trying to get a meal shit because he seems like he's about to pass out.
Oh, sure,
Yeah.
Emil.
I don't have an extensively long list of food this time, I'm afraid.
Aww.
I knew I forgot to do something last night, and there's probably other
I think
things I
you did
forgot to
that
do
last
last
week.
night. I didn't do any prep work last night. I had done prep work early in the week,
Mm.
and I was fucking exhausted yesterday.
Yeah.
Good thing.
Just assume a whole load of junk food then.
No, not junk food. Comfort food.
Comfort
Thank you very
food.
much.
Okay.
Hey, respect the establishment.
We are in fall right now, so temperature is getting colder, so it is a bit more fitting to have more heartier meals. Especially on a bay, actually. Well, the water holds heat, but then you also get sea wind, which makes things cooler. Anyways, coastal logistics aside, yeah, you guys have your food, and you guys are content with quietly, silently, or with small bits of chit-chat attending to it for a good little while. As well as some drinks. Can't forget the drinks. As you guys are eating, you guys note... Well, I think the entire floor notes them. You guys see 3 individuals step onto the second floor. The right side, we'll say. They're dressed in some sort of half-plate uniform. They don't look... There is, like, variation between these uniforms, but for the most part, it does seem, like, pretty similar. You don't see their faces or anything like that. They're, like, full, helmeted up and stuff like that. It looks like they're on official business, but they don't ever do anything. Like, this happens as you guys are, like, on, like, the latter half of your meal, or for, I guess, for Cork, the fucking 2/3 of it, because you eat, like, more than everyone else or something. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna announce something, but they never do. They just sort of stand leaned against the wall, not blocking the staircase or anything, but just sort of at that area, just regarding and looking at the room. You think you can't really see their eyes either.
But there's none of them are on like the left side staircase. They're still like that way down.
Just the
if they
right,
want to.
yeah, just the right side.
God, that's sketchy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
They remind you of Orist from last night, except you can at least see Orist's eyes last night and know that he's a wolf looking at a flock of sheep. These guys just look more akin to like a gargoyle on a cathedral.
So my brain is saying her name's Catalina, and I know that's wrong. What was it? Katia?
Katya.
Katia. Okay, I was close.
I mean, pretty close. Like, just get rid of like the middle letters and you
Yeah.
basically have the same name.
Warning,
Correct.
I'll probably fuck that up. But she tries to get Katia's attention and kind of nods at them and asks if
She just shrugs.
nothing.
I'm afraid I don't know them. They're not City Watch. If they are, I've never seen them. That being said, we're supposed to be rebolstered by the second wave, some extra City Watch staff, but she looks at them. They look more like expeditionaries to me. She says, like, eyeing, like, the firearms they have.
Right. Looks at Varric, who probably has more experience with expeditionaries.
Abigail's, like, drinking, like, some, like clam chowder or something, just, like, the soup itself, the chowder itself. She opens her mouth to say something, and Varric just goes, "Don't say it." She closes her mouth and goes back to eating.
Okay, well now I'm curious. What the...
Yeah.
I was simply going to ask about what Charlotte said before about having extended family in town. You can see the
I can
relations.
see, yeah, I can see that.
Varric's not wearing his like faceplate right now, so it's a little less hard. But you see like 90% of Varric the time you guys see Varric faceplate. So you're just like, I can see that.
Rose just like takes her hand and blocks off his head and looks between him and looks between them and looks between him. It's like
Yeah, like
accurate.
because remember Varric's new faceplate covers like doesn't cover his entire face. It only covers like it's like a mask, like what you should be wearing right now. So it goes nose, upper cheeks, and stuff like that all the way down. So at least his eyes visible. Has like probably like some like forehead like face guard plate there, but most of that it's basically pretty clear for visibility's sake. Let's see. Where's
But it still doesn't explain who they are and why they're weirdly standing over there.
like this. Why are they not locking to there? There you go. So you can see them yonder.
That's not an ominous logo at all.
That's the Ghost Recon logo.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Thanks, Tom Clancy. May you rest in peace. Thanks for the Hunt of Red October. And Rainbow Six. Amongst other things. But yeah, so they're just sort of just standing there forebodingly.
Um.
But they don't say anything. It's like again, it's not like they're focused on you guys. Not like, ah shit, it's the Accord already. They're not really fixated on you guys, mostly because you can't really tell where their gaze falls for most of the time they're looking around.
This
But
kind of
like their body,
vaguely
the rest of
built
their body doesn't seem vectored at your guys' direction. So they're pretty. I want to say casual. They're a bit too, stiff like military attire or military blue dress to be, casual, but as casual as one can get in that sort of garb.
in. Just look at Varric. Anyways.
No, Varric is nowhere near as stiff as these lads. The thing is,
Nope.
new Varric is more like dynamic. He's more fluid because sneaky scout shit. Old Varric is like these guys, yes, but not new one. So yeah, you guys just have that looming in the background, semi-literally, and eventually, the table next to you, to your right. I didn't put tokens there because you can just assume there's people there. But they eventually, as the closest table, or one of the closest tables to this lot, they eventually just finish what they're doing, finish what they're eating, down their drinks, and then leave. Thus clearing an open table, to which these three immediately go over and steal. Oh, wait.
They just happen to sit in the seats closest to us.
I totally thought they were gonna like rush a table or something.
I mean, they did sort of rush a table.
Yeah.
Well, Russian while they're still on it.
There. But yeah, as the group leaves, like they go the same staircase that this trio is occupying. They just like duck their heads down or do like a quick like nod at them, like it's like, oh hello, like passing regards. None of them offer anything back, and then they just go to the table, begin querying it, like grabbing mugs and stuff, and putting it in like the
Off to the side or something.
not the disposal bin, but there's like a chute for like that sort of stuff. It's also at the dumbwaiter.
I feel like a chute wouldn't be a great thing for like.
Yeah, it's not an actual chute. I don't know what to call it. I guess like a slide. I don't fucking know.
Another
But, like,
dumbwaiter.
Like a bin to put like all your like used utensils and stuff. So
Oh,
they clear the
yes.
table and then they just sit at it, just next to you guys. They aren't faced at you guys at all. Like none. Like how they're oriented, they don't face you guys at all.
Okay, good.
So
They're
make it
not-
feel a bit safer.
That'd be a little
No, that makes
less
it so much worse,
intimidating.
honestly.
Oh really?
To me, it does because it's just like they're still there, and now they're making sure we can't see their faces or if they're paying attention to us.
Yes, but it
I
means
mean, you weren't able to see their faces anyways.
Looking in the direction that came to anything that stands out in that direction might be observed.
Roll perception. This isn't really to see if anything's there. It's more to see if
Because
anything
of
noticeable.
exhaust.
Right. 19 though, still pretty good. You look in that direction, seeing if anything noteworthy, or rather anyone noteworthy is in that direction. No, not particularly. Like, there's other expeditionaries, some more general workers, and, you know, craftsmen, but nothing that stands out to your defensive contractor trade mind of threat or anomaly or suspicious. No. Honestly, the person that covers most of that is Acer for suspicious and anomaly, and for threat, you could look at your two very large, broad-shouldered table acquaintances here to fill that category. But they're not facing this way. So, no, nothing pings you.
Interesting.
So, you guys go. It's not a pug in armor, it's an otter.
Oh, that's it.
If it's any animal in O's avatar, it's always a fucking otter because he loves them. Duly so.
I couldn't tell. I was just like, what?
Oh, you're talking about Roll20. I didn't even see the Roll20 avatar. But
Yeah,
I knew already that it was an otter. I don't need to see it. I know.
Let's see. How silly of me.
Yeah. That or it's a dinosaur. Sometimes it's a dinosaur, I think. But yeah. You guys go back to eating your food maybe a bit more observantly than prior. But yeah, you guys are eating.
Does this seem like incredibly suspicious? Like, I don't think, you know, the character would have that ability to determine if this was suspicious, but that certainly seems suspicious.
What, that 3 guys just walked onto your floor and then acquired a table which happened to be next to you guys?
Yes.
I mean, I think for you, Minotaur, formerly known as Raid C, I think even still, like, suspicious. I'm not sure if you would grab that specific detail, but it definitely does like ping your instinct of like fight or flight, maybe of like something's gonna happen. This is like last night. Something's gonna happen. I feel like. So suspicious might be a more civil societal term for it, but in a more naturalistic way, it's like there's sixth sense that animals always have, right? Then when they know something's looking at them, it's like, something seems off. Can't put my finger up, but something seems off.
Out of curiosity, are they talking amongst themselves, or are they
No.
just no?
They're
Okay.
absolutely silent.
Dead fucking silent.
Which really aids the gargoyle like aesthetic that they're really giving off. They're just there, and your eyes can't help but like dance down to the multitude of firearms that each of them has, which are different from one another.
Part of me is saying they're the distraction. I just don't know where to look if they are.
That's a pretty good distraction, though.
Yeah, it would be effective.
Yeah.
Abigail tries to, I don't know, lighten the mood, I guess, like, because it's a bit tense, so tense you could probably cut through it with a knife right now.
I just don't like the fact that my back's to them as well, so it's like.
I mean, not directly so. You can see, like, one of them out of the corner of your eye, right?
I suppose so.
It's fine. Rose will go first.
Wow.
That's it. She'll be the mute shield.
I mean, she does have a higher strength than you, and I'm pretty sure higher con than you.
Hey.
It's either me or Varric. Unfortunately, we're both technically the ranged unit, so we shouldn't be the first in melee combat.
Varric is like 60-40 ranged melee, to be fair, though. He can do it.
Okay, so
Anyways.
the failure of a ranged unit and a ranged unit.
He's just versatile.
Yep.
But yeah, Abigail tries to lighten the mood and just simply ask like real casual, like small talk shit, really. She asks Kaya, like, you know, how her shift on the wall was, and you know, Kaya remarks like, nothing, as always. Actually, no, I did see Kaylin looking for Ian. Abigail, like, oh, like does the mouth, like, oh, mouthing motion.
Immediately, not casually.
That's right. She did ask us, wondering where he was earlier. He was out in the old town. We figured as much. And I'm assuming they're They weren't back by the time I clocked out. I see. Once more, silence fills the table. Tension high. Abigail's attempt at small talk has failed. You fucking post a bunch of dog. God damn it! I didn't even see that.
They're the best doggos.
Well, yeah, man, because like first and second edition kobolds were just dog people.
That's right. That's right. They weren't the lizard dragon slaves that they were now.
So whenever I put kobolds in my world, it's an option. It could be either dog people or lizard people.
I think kobolds probably like the dog variant of them probably got phased by gnolls to a degree.
Potentially.
Perhaps.
I know in Warcraft gnolls are more dog-like than hyenas.
And kobolds are like rats.
Yeah.
Candle-loving rats.
Even though they're freaking.
You know they candle.
Yeah. Fucking just throw fucking like nerve gas in the